Hey, what's going on there, guys? Welcome to another edition of the VivKB podcast, once again produced by Mr. Thorpe Films. Thank you, Thorpe.
No worries, buddy. Here we go.
And this one's pretty cool, man. This is someone I used to look up to when I first picked up my first set of dumbbells. Granted, they weren't very heavy. I think they were 2.5 kilos. But he's here, Mr. Adam Rochester. Thank you for coming in, man.
How you going?
I was trying to actually just remember that story. I remember just seeing photos of you back... social media just sort of started then, and you were part of Strong Liftwear. I was like, fuck, this dude's jacked. Let me get jacked. And I went to Rebel Sport to get my set of dumbbells, and I couldn't lift the 5s. So there was 2.5s. I bought a set of them. Fuck, we're on, man.
Boom.
No, but dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You've traveled down for this, which we're very, very appreciative of. So, how long are you in Canberra for?
We're in Canberra for, Thursday, Friday, and then we head to Sydney for Filex.
Beautiful.
Till Sunday.
That's right, so Filex.
So we'll be there. So come say hi.
You got to do it, man. You got to make sure you get a photo with him, his
And
arms.
bring one of these. If you're listening, please bring one of these.
So just so you know, Adam did not roll in with this hat. He found this hat and decided this would make the perfect prop for this podcast.
Rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
And now I feel bad about roasting it. Anyways, you've got your beautiful partner, Canelle, here. She's been nothing but supportive. You guys just finished the prep together. How was that?
It was quite an experience. I'd do it again for sure. It was almost not easier in a way, but good to have company. Like, so say when we did walks, I was doing double sessions in the end. It was total 80 minutes, so we'd split it. So like 40 minutes after gym or in the morning, and then 40 minutes before bed. And because we are night owls, sometimes it'd be 1 or 2 in the morning. So
Wow.
we would be walking together, and it'd probably be shitter if I was on my own. So it made it fun and good, I guess.
You don't want to linger the streets at 1 or 2 a.m. by yourself. So.
Unless I've got a do-rag on. Yeah.
Well, dude, let's get into this, man. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in Aries Inlet, small town. Don't know how many people there are, don't quote me, but I'm going to say 400, 300 people maybe, down the beach. Round the Twist was there, so if you are born in 1991 or something like that, you'll know where it is. It's a lighthouse. There's beaches, there's a skate park, there's a lot of land, there's a lot of trees, nature. Just good environment, yeah. And that
Sounds like a happy place.
Yeah, it was.
Was it a happy childhood?
It was the best childhood I could have asked for, I think.
Tell us a bit about your family.
Alright, so I've got, my dad died when I was 2, so I was born in New South Wales, and then we moved to, Aries Inlet when I was 2 or something. So mum's mum, she just does all the housework and chills and supports me, and I've got a sister, she's 33, yeah.
Happy 21st to your sister.
Happy 21st to my sister. So she likes horses. They live on a farm. They like nature like me, and that's the way they've lived since I've been there, and they don't like...
They wouldn't like Canberra.
No, they would, because it's nature, and there's a lot of land. Melbourne, they'd never moved to.
Right.
We moved to Geelong one time, more in the city, and Mum lasted a year. She couldn't deal with it, yeah. So
How old were you when that happened?
I was in year 6, so that I would have been
12, 13?
11, something like that,
Yeah.
So that was from primary school. Randomly did 1 year in year 6, being the random kid, the weirdo. Coming to the last year of school, it was pretty hard. Got a little bit bullied, but that's life. And then after that, we moved we moved to the farm.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where they live now.
Right, is that where you grew up? Would you consider yourself that's where you grew up, or?
Alright, so Aries Inlet was probably until year 8, year 9, so let's just say 13, 14 years old. And then from there was, the farm. So it was always dirt bikes and all that adventuring mischief. Never really surfed. Always went to the beach. Just never really got around to surfing. Skating, BMX, dirt bikes. That's all it really was.
Just the fucking country boy, huh?
Yeah, and because we lived on a farm, it was hard to get to places because I didn't have my license. So.
Well, you were 13, 14, man, so that made sense. Yeah.
So there was buses and a few YOLOs hitchhiking.
So when you were growing up, did you play any sport? Or
Yeah. So
what did you play?
my first sport was tennis, and I really loved that. I wish I kept playing. Federer, you're a legend.
I thought you were going to call Roger Federer out on the podcast.
Nah, no
so
way.
Respect.
So respect to him. I've played that for like 9 or 10 years.
Right.
And
how old were you when you were playing that?
I reckon I started when I was like 7, really young.
Okay.
And I just really enjoyed it. Played twice a week and then had the comps on the weekend. And then as I got older, under 16s or 14s, played footy.
Mm-hmm. What kind of footy did you play?
AFL. So I guess the pussy football, if you want to say that.
Well,
Not soccer though, that's even more pussy.
I played soccer.
He's not a pussy.
Well, I mean, in Victoria, I think AFL is such a big
Well, we won a premiership, so that was pretty cool. Few highlights there. But after that I got into lifting round about then. Long story short, got a bit bullied. And I was sort of like skinny fat then. Wasn't fat, but I had like, my mates had abs, I didn't. And I felt insecure and the rest, so a dude from, who played footy with us, a year older than me or two, short dude, Dean. So Dean, if you're listening, probably not because you're a CrossFitter. Faggot. Not really. But he does do CrossFit. So he started lifting weights and he was chubby. And he started to change and he had like these like chest and arms and I'm like, fuck.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I did and he showed me Arnold. So Arnold was like the first person I looked at, black and white pictures, and I thought it was amazing. And so my stepdad had a 5 kilo or 7.5 kilo dumbbell, just one, with duct tape around it, and he's like, here you go. So I was like, all right, here we go.
What can I do with this? And you made it work, huh?
Yep.
Well, I mean, just a few things. If we track back 2 steps, you said you were bullied a little bit.
Yep.
If we were to elaborate on that, what were things that sort of was said? Because, I mean, looking at you now, I mean, tough luck to anyone that tries to bully you now.
Oh, I hate bullies. I will kill a bully. Bull ant, like a bull ant.
A bull ant, because we don't kill people, that's right.
No. Right. Alright, so I was overweight. I remember some days where it happened. I was on a trampoline, one of those in-ground ones, blue ones. A mate double bounced me, fucking flew up, see you later. Came down, landed on my ass, and my shirt like flew up. And then like as I landed, there's like rolls and stuff, and they're like, oh, rollsy. So that was like, alright, fuck you.
Yeah.
So that was it. Just more, I guess, like that, like fat payouts. But even like my mates would do it too, so it was sort of like normal in the end.
Yeah.
So I was over it. I was like, fuck this.
I think it's the first time you step foot in the gym is sort of almost like the last day that you're sort of happy with how you look, because every time now you sort of find an imperfection, but you only really get there after sort of having those experiences in the past that make you feel like you need a change. Was that sort of why you started training?
Yeah, and it became an obsession. I really wanted to, yeah, get over these body images and progress and have a good body. So
Did you have any idols growing up?
Well, Arnold was it, yeah, and Dean, that dude, and then obviously I met Cal at high school, and he was it. And there was another dude called Sam Burke. He was a sprinter, very good genetics. Like when he'd wear his school T-shirt, you could see like these two veins, and I always remember it. I've told this story many times. These two veins there, and I'm like, fuck, he's got massive biceps, you know. But he had these massive calves too because he was a sprinter, but they were genetically massively started from like his ankle up, and I'm like, I want that. And Cal was the same. Cal was very veiny, vascular, so I was obsessed with having veins in, and I achieved it once I finished school, so that was a goal.
Yeah, so let's talk about bodybuilding in a sense. When did you decide, quote unquote, to become a bodybuilder?
Bodybuilder? I'm going to say after school finished, after year 12.
How old were you?
I just turned 18, and I'd already been full bulk mode for a full year. So I was planning to diet down and see where I was at. So I figured it out on my own, macros, calories, and this was like 2009. So I just experimented.
Macros didn't exist back in 2009.
Well, pretty much, no. But there were these two bodybuilder dudes from AST.
Yeah.
Skip Lacour and Jeff Willett. I don't know if they're natural now, I have no idea, but they were my idols. And they had they had their diets up. So I'm like, all right, well, obviously I can't eat as much as them. So I made my own diet, but from their foods. So I started off, weighed myself every week, took pictures, was progressing, and every like 2 weeks I'd drop 100 calories or 200 calories. And that's how it worked. And so then after that I got abs. First abs I've ever had in my life.
Right.
But I looked pretty, like I didn't really have arms or chest. My back was alright then, it was weird. And my legs, that was sort of it. But after that I got Lane Norton to coach me.
How did you find Lane?
I love Lane. I'm so glad that I got him as a first coach and learnt from day one, not day one, but pretty much day one. Yeah, like just the ropes around training, the science to it, science with food. He just taught me a lot.
Well, I mean,
I'm so very thankful for it.
Arguably one of the best coaches, if not,
100%,
and the greatest minds that bodybuilding's ever known.
Yeah.
To have that as your first coach.
Yeah.
Now, when you started working with Lane, was that because you had a show in mind that you went, you know what, I want to compete, or was it just hey, dude, help me get shredded?
So that day forward, when I got lean, I emailed him. We talked, and we planned out when we were gonna do my first teenage natural show. So that's what we did.
Right. How long was that prep?
16 weeks it wasn't too bad because we did a little diet before that. And then we sort of cruised into it. So, yeah, I remember I was doing 5 times a week cardio, 2 hits, roughly about 45 minutes, all of them. I reckon calories were around like 2-1 or 2. And I was very big on macros, and so I was pretty stupid. Like I'd fill in carbs like cereal back then and like yogurt and all that shit. So I learnt that lesson not to do that. But I did that all the way through the show.
Right.
So it wasn't the best condition, but...
Well, let's talk about that experience for the first time competing, because, I mean, I think people always see the finished product of a competitor and they think that's what they look like 24/7, that's what they are, but they don't see not only just the background, but the backstory as to why, like, they wouldn't have known that this dude that got bullied that said, fuck you, I just want to get jacked now.
Yeah.
Managed to get jacked, said now I want to get ripped. Got ripped, and now they're competing on stage, willingly getting judged.
Yeah.
How'd you go with that?
Pretty good. So Lane taught me film myself every time I pose for like 15, 20 minutes. So that way I became confident without a mirror, and sort of critiqued myself, and so did, he helped me too. So as arrogant as it sounds, I was sort of confident as well as a bit nervous when I first rocked up. I was really, really excited.
You feel like you've done everything to be the best version of you?
Yeah, like I couldn't have complained. So I competed against Eugene.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
You little motherfucker, you got me there. Yeah, so he came first, I came second. And then I did INBA after that, like a few weeks later. Didn't do too well. Of course, Eddie was there. Smoked everyone. And then I went to the Nationals with A and B. Then I got fifth. Then the INBA Nationals, good place. Massive lineup. So that sort of...
What year was this?
That was all the same year, so that was 2011. But yeah, that hurt, that loss of the final one. So then I had some time to reverse calories and, do that. I got a new coach, Doug Miller.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Doug Miller probably, in my opinion, the best natural bodybuilder.
I would say too, yeah, 100%. And I learnt a few things off him too, just different training, drop sets, high volume, more cleaner foods. Wasn't flexible, it was just,
Meal plans?
proper meal plans. I grew pretty well, but maybe it's because I was reversing my calories, I don't know. But let's say I was with him for let's say a year.
Yeah.
Another year. And that was 2012.
Did you compete again once?
Nah, I was gonna in 2013, and then started watching Antoine Bellion on YouTube, and I don't know, he had this YOLO thing, like he was just crazy, funny, a lot of energy, didn't give a shit about anything. He was jacked, and I was like, that's what I look like. That's what I'll be. So yeah, I harassed him for like 6 months.
Right.
Proper, kept asking, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Nut. And he's like, alright. So that was that. So he helped me. He was pretty good. I learned a few things there as well. So what's that bring us? That's like 2014. I had a year with him there. So that's when I was still a junior in VivKB. And I finished up with him and took things on my own. Obviously learned a few things from 3 different coaches. And a mate of mine, Troy, he had Lane as a coach too, and Doug as well. So we both got the same set of eyes, I guess, or look
That you
we go
liked.
for.
Yeah, right.
So I bounced off him, and he's very harsh. Like, if you're fat, you're fat. He's not going to say, you're fat. Straight up. So he got me really, really lean, and that's where I'm going to tell you not to do. So, alright, I had like 2 or 3 people in my ear, and I was about 3 weeks out or 4 weeks out. Yeah, here we go.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Fuck.
Do not do this. Okay, so Neil Hill. Everyone probably knows Neil Hill. I was meant to get coached by him after the show. Now he started giving me advice before the show. And me being a dickhead, I should have listened to him completely. I I didn't, and I had two other people like Troy and I can't remember who else. I was getting one answer here, another answer here, and another answer here. So I was just like, what do I do? So I listened to Troy. He's like, get leaner, get leaner, get leaner, get leaner, get leaner. I was like, okay. Had a photo shoot with Strong Liftwear, and I couldn't get a pump or anything. And I looked flat, and I don't know, it was pissing me off. And I had a high carb day the day before and the day off. So I'm like, surely I should be something. Nothing. Went down the beach, took more photos, and I looked flat and I felt shit. So a mate came with me and I had a coin. I was like, if this lands on tails, I'm going to go eat pizza and everything. It's done. So I flipped it, and sure enough, that's what happened. And,
I wonder how many of my clients have done that.
Yeah. But it worked really well because I was so lean. It just sucked all up. I looked fuller, leaner, harder. And I didn't even tell, Troy that I did it. And he's like, yeah, you look fuller, I look good. And I'm like, all right. So I went back to the diet. And now let's say I was a week out. Someone told me to take a diuretic of the show. Now I tried to experiment with it on the Tuesday. I never took diuretics ever in my life, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just try it now.
So for an uneducated audience, explain what they do.
Okay, so there's a lot of them.
Not saying you're uneducated, but just so if anyone
there's
doesn't
know. Lot of diuretics out there.
Nutrition.
Yeah. What they will do is dehydrate you. So usually the plan is to load up on fluid like a week beforehand, say 6 litres. Day before you might go to 3 litres, and then the night before you might have a little diuretic. That's usually what it is. Would work well if everything's to the T. Now what I did, I just took it on the Tuesday just for the lols. Yep. And then I'm like, I read up and they said, yeah, you gotta eat up. So I was like, oh, I'll just go have my cheat day again, a week out. Took it in the morning, which I don't know even why I took it in the morning.
Morning of show day?
No, just morning.
Oh, okay.
Just morning.
Yeah.
And ate all that day. And I swear to God, I went to the gym at like 11:30 at night, expecting to be full and pumped. Stringy, the skeleton. Yeah, I looked shit. Anyway, woke up next day, was good. Because everything had come back and the diuretic had worked. And I'm like, all right, cool, we'll just go back to the diet. Now what happens is you'll get a little rebound from the diuretic. So that happened, and I had all this water on me, not much, but it was a bit to mess up here. And that's Wednesday already. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I've got that much time to get rid of the water, and usually it'll stay for about 3 days anyway. So I was pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
So I did like 2 hours of cardio every day, dropped my carbs.
To try and...
Yep. And come the day before, started carbing up and wasn't feeling it. This is when I had my mohawk, blonde mohawk, so that was probably never again moment.
A lot of photos of that still floating around.
Yeah, I still see it.
I remember the Strong Liftwear photos you did, blonde mohawk. That's the Adam I knew and loved.
Yeah. So like, I got second. So I guess it wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I wanted to just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And you worked with Neil?
Yeah, I worked with Neil, and he was pretty good. Did a year with him, went from like 95 kilos to 118. So it was pretty good rebound, and I learned from him too. Yeah, so he was good.
So from what it sounds like, you've worked with a lot of amazing coaches around the world, all who are masters of their craft, and you've gained that knowledge to obviously implement. And you've obviously got your clients as well who you
That's
help
right.
out.
So everything I've learned, I pick point out and do things my way, or
Yeah, cool. And it's cool. I mean, I guess anyone that signs up with you now, they're learning from someone who's learned from the best. And I think you can never stop learning in this industry.
Hell, no way.
Well, let's talk about this industry because it's... we talk about the fitness industry in a general sense sometimes, and it's not exactly what it may seem. Now, social media, when I think you first started, it was just coming out. You had the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. And you were part of that Strong Liftwear team, was sort of the guys that brought bodybuilding to the mainstream.
Yes,
What's the transition that you've seen from then to now when it comes to advertising bodybuilding or this industry on social media?
Okay, what I saw from that is pretty much the hard-working bodybuilders who put all their money, time, everything into it, pretty much get kicked in the ass, because now this social media's come in, and I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm not going to say it's good either. It is if you want to make money, yes, very good. But in terms of what it's done to bodybuilding, think about it. Back then it was all just magazines, exposure there. It wasn't like, Facebook, there's a picture there, or Instagram, there's that there. Yeah, so, alright.
When I say this, I mean, when I looked at that core Strong Liftwear group that you guys had, there was like Eddie Young, Aaron Curtis, yourself,
OGs.
The OGs, exactly, and
they were great times.
Arguably the best, bodybuilders in the country.
Yeah.
At least at an amateur level.
We were just a fun group of people, I think. We made it fun, didn't make it boring, wanted to inspire, I guess, kids and not make it boring.
Right.
Bodybuilding is boring.
Yeah.
It's
regimented, right?
If you watch a pro bodybuilder, I'm not saying all pro bodybuilders, but most of them, they'll be boring and, hey, I eat my chicken, broccoli 7 times a day. I go to the toilet, I play PlayStation. Nah, be fun.
You want to show lifestyle to this.
Yeah, you don't have to be boring to bodybuild.
Where do you think the transition happened? Because when we sort of spoke about this off camera, when I know my first Arnold's Expo experience was 2015 or 16, I can't remember, but a couple of years back. Where the trade show was huge, right? All the big names from America would fly down, all the big brands were there, and you'd literally line up to see the guys that you idolized. Whereas now, it's sort of taken a bit of a transition where it's sort of what we call the social media influencers that are now essentially the draws.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's why it may not draw the same?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because think of it. There was Jay Cutler, there was Ronnie, there was all the pros really at the start, and everyone was waiting for them. Now it's like, I'm just going to go line up to Muscle Nation. Is it Muscle Nation?
There's Muscle Nation, yeah.
It is Muscle Nation. Let's get some rash vests off Muscle Nation for free. That's better than Ronnie Coleman. That's bullshit. No, that's how it is. It's like these kids and people would rather get free things or look up to these dudes who, I don't know, probably weigh 90 kilos. And I'm not trying to pay them out, but these bodybuilders have done so much hard work and effort, and they don't get as much exposure as they did back then. Because all these, I'm going to say it, all these new social media fitness Instagrammers have now wrecked it because they have more following than most pros.
Right.
So supplement companies are going to choose them over a massive bodybuilder who, doesn't have that much what's the word?
Well, it's almost it's different because I mean, you look at anyone that wants to be the best in the world at what they do, they have to be almost 110% committed to that.
Yeah.
There might not be time to do these extracurricular activities.
That's exactly right. 100%, you're right.
Yeah. So again, look, this isn't hating on anyone. Like I say this, anyone who gets those opportunities, get them, run with them. Good for you.
Yeah. Hustle. Yeah.
But it's more so where the industry's headed from when you were a super prominent figure in it to now, you guys are doing like an amazing job with your vlogs, and I look at them and go, fuck, it's kind of cool seeing, this guy actually get out there and do a bit more.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you were doing it in an enjoyable way, whereas now the media market is almost flooded with everyone doing a copy and paste thing that's the exact same. And everyone's looking for endorsement deals or looking for self-entitlement when they haven't, done what,
exactly
a lot of the bass players did.
100%. So and that's what shits me. So you might get these dudes who've been training for 10 years like myself, and then you might get someone who just has a set of abs and training for 2 years, and next minute he's making 300,000 a year, and that's awesome because he's helping people. He's probably got clients and the rest, so that's good for him. But there just needs to be a little change in more. I don't know if you'd say respect, just more appreciation for the bodybuilders. Give them more, because if they have more, they can give more. That's what I see it.
Well, on a mainstream level, I mean, I think Dexter Jackson and Jeremy Buendia sort of had this sort of, I won't say argument, but this conversation about the trade shows and mainstream bodybuilding. And on Jeremy's end, it's, the guys that are a bit smaller and whatnot, these are the new amateurs that are bringing a lot to these expos.
Yeah, and I agree. And it is good because it's getting kids out of the fucking house and, awesome, and I'm all for that, 100%.
But as Dex said, it's the bodybuilders that take the main stage.
Exactly.
They're the ones on the.
They were the OGs. Like, think about it. Arnold, OG. Everyone wanted to look like him. And where did that go? Where did that lead to? Ronnie, Phil,
the
rest. It's not like, and this is no disrespect to anyone. I'm just talking, but like. Say, for a physique competitor, like, it wasn't like that was the original Mr. Olympia. He just had board shorts on, wasn't as big. It was Arnold.
Yeah.
He had Speedos on or whatever, he was jacked, big pecs, big arms, big back, That was what was inspiring to me. And if I saw it a different way, grew up a different way, like to how probably the kids see it now, I don't know if I would be inspired. I don't know.
Right. Well, I mean, in a trade show sense, I understand. I mean, look, I compete as the natural men's fitness competitor. We're the bikini of men's bodybuilding, if you want to call it that. That's where we are. So,
but you still compete.
Yeah. So this was what I was going to. Yeah. Do you see now that there's more of a transition away from guys who competed?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about divisions. Divisions are awesome because they're still competitive. It's bringing people in. It's the people who don't, and then make a lot of money and have all these clients, and it's not even them giving them the plans and stuff. They're paying like.
We're breaking the fourth wall here.
I'm not going to name people, but I know a fair few people that have a lot of clients, have a lot of following. They pay someone to do their work and all their clients. So they just, see ya.
I'm going to put up a good photo of myself, going to make you sign up to it, and then...
Yeah, and then I'm here. So pay me. But yeah. The wall's gonna do your workout.
Yeah, and I look, it is technically breaking the fourth wall. That's definitely some insider kind of stuff, but that's the reality of the situation now.
Yeah.
And this is no need for anyone to get butthurt over.
No, definitely not.
It's credit to you.
I respect them all.
If that's your business model, credit to you.
I just want bodybuilders to be
respected.
Yeah, and appreciated more. Just a bit more. What's the word?
I think valued, and they definitely deserve to get those bigger endorsement deals and be the faces of these brands. Because when you think bodybuilding, you do think your big jacked guys. Granted, not everyone can look like that, but that doesn't mean you don't try your best.
And that's why those other divisions are still good.
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to knock them because, the people who don't have the genetics or the money or whatever the fuck it is, they can do that and they can still be happy, still love what they do, be competitive, and not be a mass monster, because not everyone wants to be a fucking mass
so
monster.
I think we're just spreading the difference between competitors, athletes, and influencers. They're on two different sort of levels. There's ones that we think are great for the industry, ones that are taking it the other way. Well, let's talk about the industry for a second. I mean, do you feel, being such a prominent figure, especially in the IFBB, that there's any animosity in that industry? Because sometimes, I mean, look, you're just trying to do your best, right? You're just trying to get through a prep, keep your relationship together, not kill each other, make it to that stage.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that sometimes other people have an opinion of you when they might not even fucking need to?
Of course. Like, I was at the gym the other day, and I fucking hate this shit. So, it was 9 at night, and I've been training late at nights just to avoid conversations and just train, and so I was at the gym. I was doing chest, and anyway, these 3 kids wanted to jump in, and I said, jump in, cool, done. It's not my machine, share it. We're going at it. I look in the mirror, and these 3 people behind us on the bench press, they were kind of chubby, all of them. Now the guy did the old macho thing behind my back, and I was in disbelief. I was like, he's just judged me, doesn't know me for 1, 2, like, I'm a coach, I try to inspire people, motivate people, he doesn't know who the fuck I am, and he's trolling me. So I was pretty angry. I didn't say anything. I just looked at him for like 3-5 minutes, something. They all did a set. And in the end, the girl was like, I saw what he did. And I was like, I fucking saw what he did too. It's fucking disrespectful. I'm like, I don't come out here and, judge you guys the way you look. But when I turn my back, it's okay for you guys to judge me. Like, why?
Do you ever confront people with that kind of stuff?
I had to confront them, so I didn't like it, and he didn't say sorry or anything. He was sort of just greasing me when I was talking to the chick. So I rubbed my stomach and called him fat boy because he was fat and he trolled me. So I'm sorry, but if you're gonna take the piss out of me, you're going to get it back.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a real funny one, this industry, right?
Yeah.
Because if you look good, you've put yourself in a category. You can't say anything to anyone else because now you look like the bully.
Exactly.
But if someone who's not in shape, who hasn't taken care of themselves,
does
something about you, it's viewed, that's okay.
Yeah. And I love seeing everyone go to the gym, if it's chicks or it's overweight person, whatever, like, for instance, not long ago there was a big girl doing sled pushes, and she had like fucking, it was like 200 plus kilos on there, like it was heavy as, no joke. And it was late at night, and she was going up and back, and these dudes were hitting the bag, and they wouldn't move for her. So I cracked them like fucking, blah blah blah. Tried to move the sled, couldn't like barely move it. Had to get her to help me. And then, they finally realised that, okay, she's here to work as well as us. And she was just very appreciative that I helped her, no one else helped her because, she doesn't look the part, but she's still giving a good fucking crack. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be like, you look this way, so, you know, like...
Your opinion means
Yeah,
more. Or
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think anyone with any form of respect for the industry remembers that they didn't start the way they are
That's
now.
exactly right.
So when
and you won't finish like that either.
Totally.
Because in the end, if, like, when the muscle's gone, like, who are you?
You're just
unless you're like Jay Cutler, like, look what he's done for the sport, yeah? He's stopped, but yet he's still doing all these things for the sport.
He's a great ambassador for bodybuilding. That's real good dude
exactly,
as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what's going to happen when you'll be a nice guy in a cowboy hat, Adam? Right?
Oh, that's why I plan to keep this hat and
It's keeping you on the frame.
He outgrew the frame. Wow. Well, we're lucky to have producer Thorpe on here to make sure. Yeah, I was just fucking talking to myself ages, was I?
Yeah, he was just slowly creeping back and back. He really needs to pee or something.
He's been here the whole time. These stories have been good. I do want to talk to you about one other thing, which is, what was your favourite moment from competing?
I'd probably say 2 favourite moments. 2016 when Sam Pearce beat me, I realised that, okay, I was close to getting there. So that was one, and it was a really tough show and got really good feedback from there. So that helped, that lifted me up. Had a bad show last year. Don't talk about it. I don't actually give a shit. I'll talk about it. But this time, first Arnold's, I don't know, it was probably one of my favourites. It was just fun and I had a really good time. Good people. There wasn't any sour pusses backstage. It was fun, you know, taking pictures and having a laugh, how it should be.
What's your least favourite moment from competing?
Shit. Oh, probably, yeah, the October show. Both times I was soft as butter. 2 weeks later, depleted as fuck because I overdid it. So, yeah, we'll just write 2018 out of the books. Doesn't exist.
What's your funniest moment that you've had whilst competing?
Shit. That is a good question. Funniest moment. Does it have to be about me?
Oh, you can roast someone. I don't really mind. This is your
I
podcast.
think, yeah, me. Funniest moment.
Has there ever been something you've witnessed backstage or leading up to a show where you're just like, fuck, I can't believe that's happening right now?
Oh, there's been too many things. Way too many things.
What's one thing you could share with us? What's one thing you could share with us?
You really got me here. Something funny.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be back. Something funny. Backstage. What happened backstage? I don't know. What can you recall me? Like funny moments.
Oh, you're being put on the spot.
Yeah. This is.
I have a funny moment if you want.
Yeah.
We'll actually bring Canelle into the shot.
Yeah.
Come in. So this is Adam's partner, Canelle.
Hello, am I in the shot?
Come
in. Get around Adam's mic.
to the.
Okay, do you want to give me
It's high budget stuff here, guys. High budget. All right, Canelle, if you were to pick a moment from backstage,
Yes.
what would it be?
So, hello. My second comp that I did in 2016, it was A&B in Sydney, I think it was. And like there's this thing with competitors and sometimes they have alcohol before stepping on stage, like to dry them out or relax them, or I don't know why they do it. And this girl, she must have needed a lot to relax, and I think it was a bit too much. She was actually on stage next to me and she was all over the place. Like she had 10 shots too many. And as much as it was funny, yeah, she was like falling on me and leaning on me, and it was very embarrassing for her. So any advice to any competitors out there, do not drink before stepping on stage. You don't need it.
So I can only imagine how that would have
Yeah,
I see a lot of
that
people
was-
drunk after they get off stage.
Yeah, but
But-
before, that's yeah.
It wasn't worth getting that dry for.
No. And it's like if you've done your prep well, like you should already be ready on the day. Like there's nothing else you can do to change. Like the days come, it's fine, it's done deal.
What if they were really, really soft and they thought to themselves, fuck it, I'm just going to get real drunk so I don't remember this day.
Hey, that could have been it. That could have been
Maybe
it.
she didn't look that good
I
then.
mean, like if you don't look good on the day, just don't do it.
I knew a chick that did ecstasy pills and drank
For
Before the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Off her head.
What was the theory behind ecstasy
I
pills?
don't know because she was not really confident. So yeah,
That's how she gained confidence.
like she felt more, like confident and she could go on stage and do it.
Question, Adam, have you ever recommended ecstasy pills to your clients prior to stage?
I usually do it every client check-in. I always say 3 ecstasy pills before you go to sleep because it'll actually put you in a deeper sleep than melatonin. It's actually been proved by the FDA, Lilly company, who make the ecstasy tablets for the Rottweiler dogs. Yep. Just
So
ask,
we're keeping
just
this in.
We're keeping this
just
legit.
ask Steve Irwin. He told me that when he gave me this
You
hat.
can't do that, man. He's dead.
He's still here though.
Still here in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get roasted for sure. No, but I mean, on a more serious note, is there any advice you guys have out there for someone who wants to compete one day?
Not give a fuck about what people think, for one. Be confident. Have a goal. Be persistent.
Be patient.
Yeah, be patient. And
It's a journey. Like enjoy the whole process. Don't just think about, on comp day I want to win. Like just enjoy every single day of prep, enjoy comp day, enjoy the after show. Like if you're really serious about this, it's going to be for a really long time. Like it's not just temporary where, let's just do one comp and that'll be it. Like if you're serious about it, will dedicate your whole life to it. So just make sure you do it right.
but you got to do it for yourself too.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it for anyone else. Do it for you. And if you really want something in life, you'll get it. Like, it's how bad do you want it? Do you want it or not? Like,
Work hard for it, yeah.
I see it all the time, yeah. It's like, you probably see it too. It's like, oh yeah, want this, I'm going to be pro. Yep. Nick Minute has a cheat meal every fucking week. And, yeah, can't get lean.
Totally. You said something just before that, about working for it. And I always say, as corny and cliched as is, if you fight for your dreams are going to fight for you.
100%. I agree.
Especially
I've
with...
always heard it. And think about it, like, it's a tunnel vision. If you want something that bad, you have to get it.
No one
If you
else
don't
is
want
going
it,
to do the
it's
work
not
for
happening.
you. Absolutely no one else.
Gotta
Especially
grab it.
in bodybuilding, like you're changing your own body.
No one else can eat the meals for you. No one can do the
No.
work for you.
Exactly.
Now, with your coaching services, how can someone out there get in touch with you if they want to work with you?
So, either Instagram.
You can email us info@adamrochester.com.au. And yeah, Adam and I work together on this.
Yes.
We're taking female, male clients, anyone and everyone, basically.
Grandma, grandpas.
Yeah,
Cats, dogs.
teenagers, anyone.
Crossfitters.
CrossFitters too, yes. We
Alligators.
welcome anyone.
Wow, that's a new market.
But in
Beekeepers.
all seriousness though, get yourself knowledgeable coaches though. I think that would be the main piece of advice. Like, you can't expect to get on stage on your own. It's not going to happen.
And do research before getting the coach. Who's their clients, what they have achieved, what the coach has achieved, how their reply rate is. There's a few more, but yeah, really get to the bottom of it. And yeah, do your research. Pick a good coach.
And make
If
sure
they
you
will help.
listen to them.
Yes,
There's
and
no-
don't
there's
do
no point,
what I
yeah.
said before. Listen to one fucking person. That is it. Not two, not three. One.
You'll be wasting your time and money and effort, and our time, money and effort as well. Like, I'll always say it to clients, coaching is a two-way street, and, you know, clients have expectations from us in terms of what services we'll provide to them, but we've got expectations for our clients too. Like, we're working on this together. We're trying to achieve a physique together. So
It's really easy though. Like,
yeah,
if you want to, say if you're losing weight, okay, cut this out. Weigh in. Okay, if you haven't lost, we got to do something. More cardio, less food. Or if you've dropped too quick, have a refeed. Or if you're bulking, say you've gained a kilo, right, it's too much, cut back calories down.
So there's a process behind it, and you guys are obviously very knowledgeable and understand the process to get your guys where you need to get them. Well, obviously that is something very important if you are going to choose a coach. You have got proven results, and you both look fantastic as well, which I think has a lot to do with it. Other than that, is there anything that you'd like to add? Any future advice you have for anyone that may want to contact you? Have you got spots available? Any shows coming up that you're looking to get clients in?
Yeah, no, we do still have spots available, and even though we do have this big US trip planned for the next month, we're still working hard and we're still taking on clients, especially if you're looking at competing for Season B, so the September, October sort of time frame. We'll be cutting spaces off the team for that season pretty shortly because we don't believe in just a 10-week prep. If we want to achieve the best results, we take clients on board earlier. We work on the bases, we work on building their bases, and then we put them through a prep. So there's a longer journey than that. So if you are looking at competing towards the end of the year, now is the time to start.
Awesome. Well, we'll chuck in what's a Thorpe job. We'll chuck in that address that you said before into the video. You guys have your own YouTube channel. You do amazing vlogs. Where can people find these vlogs?
YouTube, Adam and Canelle. It's also on our description on our social media, such as Instagram. And yeah, we'll have a lot more content coming out soon. We'll try and be a bit more consistent with it, and we'll try and film everything in the US for you guys too.
Awesome. Well, I certainly look forward to your US trip. There's definitely, no doubt, some shenanigans, knowing Adam, that you guys are going to get up to. But on that note, thank you guys so much for coming out here. We really appreciate it. If you guys do get a glimpse of this, check them out. They'll be at Filex this coming weekend. Make sure you do say hi. Thanks again, Thorpe, and thank you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.